up and continue that lift up your central channel through the top of the head. So you have an effortless lift of your torso. Make your teacup hands and bring your fingertips on the support or on the ground behind you, but keep your torso upright so don't lean back. And then pressing the fingertips down, root the outer hips and thighs down and release the inner thighs. And lift the sides of your body up, outer hips to armpits. And then find the reverse C in your armpit chest. Back of the armpit to the front of the armpit up, inner edge of the shoulder blades down. Take the hands to the thighs. And then so that we don't over-engage the back body, we'll apply some bandha support. Find the tailbone, move it towards the pubic bone, and lift the pelvic floor a little bit. So you should feel the hips rock back a little. Widen across the lower front ribs and diaphragm and draw the sides of the waist back. So you take the lower back ribs up off the top rim of the sacrum, creating more space for your lower back. And then support with the sides of the waist. Draw the chin back slightly so that the back of the neck is long like a swan. Lift the base of the skull up. Chin is a little teeny bit down. And then the eyes look down, let your eyelids start to close. You can keep your eyes lightly open or close. Have the elbows more or less under the shoulders. Observe your breath. Settle into your seat. Get grounded. With each exhale, drop down into your seat. With each inhale, observe the expansion of the torso. Maintain that lightness in the torso as you exhale and get grounded in your seat. Observe the breath in the tips of the nostrils. Observe the flow of the breath in the hairs in the nose, stimulating the parasympathetic nervous system when we slow the breath to come out of fight, flight, freeze and into rest, digest, and ease. Observe the flow of breath in the windpipe in the throat, the trachea. Open the back of the nasal passages at the top of the throat as though you're smelling something delicious, like the scent of a rose in the early morning dew, so the breath comes easy and softly. Observe the breath as it drops down into the windpipe in the chest and then spreads out into the lungs right and left. Observe the breath inside your body. Observe how as you inhale, the first thing that happens is the diaphragm moves down and the abdomen moves out and the lower ribs expand a little bit like the wings of a bird. And as you exhale, the diaphragm relaxes, coming up under the ribs again, and the ribs come back in. Inhale, the diaphragm moves down and spreads out like a lake in all directions. And the ribs in the side and the back and the front body also expand. And then as you exhale, everything releases back in. So it starts with the diaphragm, the abdomen, the lower ribs, and the side and back ribs like bucket handles moving out to the side and up. And as you exhale, the ribs come in towards the spine and towards each other, and the abdomen comes back towards the spine. Inhale, the belly moves out, lower ribs, side and back ribs, all the way to the upper back and upper chest for the full yogic breath, 3-part breath. And then as you exhale, you just gently release and everything comes back to neutral. So the inhalation is an engagement, creating space, and the exhalation is a release of that engagement, reducing space. So we're just engaging with the breath, but this will happen without our paying attention. But when we engage with the breath like this, we can slow it down and make it more mindful and create more space for more breath and more energy, more oxygen, more life force, more prana. And then let your hands float up to Namaste Mudra, prayer position. Take the base of the thumb at the wrist to the base of the sternum at the bottom and press firmly there and lift the sternum from the bottom to the top. Take your fingers pointing up and have the sides of the thumbs pressing firmly at the sternum, fingers all the way together. And lift your upper arm bones and roll them back a little and firm your shoulder blades down onto your back. And then you can feel the vibration of the chant here. We'll chant Om and Shanti together and the base of the chant call and response. So inhale deeply for Om together. Om. Sahana vavatu. Sahanao bunaktu. Sahaviryam kadavavahai. Tejasvi navaditam astu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Take a deeper breath, lifting the heart. As you exhale, bow your head over from the base of the neck at the top of the shoulders. Release the head down, chin towards the chest. Release the hands down towards the thighs. So we have a soft closure of the throat for Jalandhara Bandha, the throat seal. Draw the trachea, the windpipe, in the front of the throat towards the back of your neck and release the muscles at the back of the neck. Also take the sides of the throat back. Continue to release the muscles at the back of the neck and the base of the skull. Curl the tip of the chin in a little bit towards the notch at the clavicles, keeping that hollowing in the front of your throat. Let the energy from your brain, eyes, and other senses come out of your head and down into your heart space. And expand your heart space in the back of your body, the sides and the front, up and down, and in all directions. And have a sense of yourself emanating from your heart center every which way. And then with your eyes closed on your inhale, slowly curl up the back of your neck. So you level your ears over your shoulders, shoulders over your hips. With your eyes closed, raise your gaze and then move your eyes and your gaze to the back of your head. So as though you're seeing from your back body, drop down into your heart and then down into your seat. And stay grounded in your seat as you allow your eyelids to gently float open. And then we'll come down and rest in Shavasana. And when you lay down, extend your arms overhead for a moment and make sure you have enough space to extend your arms and not touch the wall behind you. And if you know you need support under your arms, when you extend your arms overhead, you can keep that support there. And then come to Shavasana. And have your arms out to the side, palms up, and your legs apart. And let your body surrender to the support of the floor and observe your back body initially and how it meets the support of the floor. And allow yourself to soften into that support. And observe like an archaeologist or anthropologist without judgment, but with curiosity and interest, what is going on in your body currently. And allow yourself to explore the use of your breath and the subtle aspect of the breath, the prana, and the more and most subtle aspect of the breath, which is the mind, to go into the different parts of your body and create more flow, more space, more gentleness, softness, and ease. At the skin is a good place to begin. It's very sensitive. And then under the skin, the connective tissue there. And then you can kind of go deeper in, like the layers of an onion, or you can just go to where you feel tightness or dullness or sensation and start there and move around. And keep a little bit of awareness on your breath. And then our first position, we do 5 floor poses. So the first one is called Tadagi Mudra. Tadagi means empty lake, and it's referring to the hollowing of your abdomen in this position. So it's like standing in Tadasana with your arms overhead. So roll your inner thighs down to the mat. And so your legs point up, and then bring your legs all the way together. And extend the front of your ankles a little bit, firm around your knees, and press your thighs down at the roots. So you feel an opening in the crease of the groin at the front, and let your tailbone curl up a little towards your pubic bone. So your lower back releases a little bit down towards the floor. Then bring your arms along your sides, palms down, and firm your arm muscles to your bones, firm your leg muscles to your bones, firm your elbows and knees. Exhale, pull the belly below the belly button always in towards the spine, so the lower belly. And then as you inhale, raise your firm arms up over your head. Keep your arms shoulder width apart or wider. And then until the backs of your hands touch the ground above your head, or you can use support. And if it's difficult, go wider or take a higher support, or both. And then we'll be here and breathe long breaths. And observe the hollowing shape in your abdomen already. Now reach your arms and ribs up away from your hips, so you feel a little more space in the skin, lengthening between your hips and ribs. And then use your legs and pull your hips down away from your ribs, so you're creating more space there. Firm the elbows and knees, firm the arms and legs, hollow the waist. Every time you exhale, let the waist spread on the back of the body. Let the back of your neck lengthen, front of the throat soften. Eyes soft, face soft, jaw, tongue, teeth, throat soft. See if you can lengthen the breath whenever you're in this shape or a resting shape. Like Shavasana, you can lengthen the breath a few times, inhaling for up to 5 seconds, exhaling for 5 to 7 seconds. Now press your legs down, firm your arms and legs, elbows and knees. As you exhale, draw your waist down towards the mat, so the lower back comes towards the mat. Inhale, raise your arms up, and exhale, lower your arms back down to your sides. And then bend your knees one by one and bring your feet flat on the mat, hip width apart and parallel, close to the buttocks, so that when you lift your hips, that your knees will be over your heels. Dvipada Pitam, two-footed stool. We're going to do it 3 times. It's nice and easy, not forceful. So the first one is super gentle, then medium, and then you can go a little deeper as you like. So turn your palms to face each other, so the pinky side of the hand is down, and you can see that you're not touching your heels. That would be too close. Then lift your shoulders one by one and scoot your shoulder blades together over your spine, underneath your body. Press the outer edge of the upper arms down at the tops of your upper arms. Those are the deltoids. And feel the lift of your armpit chest here, and the gentle curve in your whole spine from tail to head. Press more into your inner feet and feel your knees pull in a little. So keep your knees right over your heels. Don't let them splay apart. As you exhale, draw your lower belly in towards your spine to protect your lower back, and then pressing into your feet. As you inhale, lift your hips up. Let the back of your neck lengthen and soften, and also the front of the throat soften and hollow, just like we did in the beginning in Jalandhara Bandha. This is also Jalandhara, soft closure of the throat. And observe the firming in your hamstrings, the backs of your thighs, right? From your backs of your knees to the sitting bones, draw the hamstrings towards the buttocks. And then the bottom of the buttocks is the sitting bones. Draw the bottom of the buttocks towards the backs of the knees to lengthen your lower back a little bit. And then keeping your hips up, this first time we come down, you're going to lay your spine down from top to bottom. So sink your chest and lay your spine down vertebra by vertebra, top to bottom. Keep the hips lifting and move the hips a little towards the backs of the knees as you lower the spine down, so that you get a little more length in your lower back. And then when you do release your hips, let your hips roll forward into their neutral forward tilt, and take a breath and rest. And then again, scoot your shoulders more under, shoulder blades come closer, and your arms maybe come a little closer to your sides. You're still not touching your heels, but you can always adjust your distance from your buttocks and also from each other. And then press the outer edge of the upper arms down, lift the armpit chest, and observe the whole curve in the spine, a low curve. And then pressing into the inner feet so the knees stay in and don't splay out. Pull the belly in towards the spine as you exhale. And then as you inhale, press into your feet and come up. And let the back of the neck release and lengthen, and the front of the throat hollow and soften. And let the eyes, jaw, tongue, teeth, throat, face be soft. So you're breathing at the level of the skin of your face. Relax the face. Firm the hamstrings. Feel they're already firm, and firm them a little more. You can push into the heels a little, Draw the hamstrings towards the buttocks, and then take the bottom of the buttocks towards the backs of the knees to lengthen your lower back a little bit more. Soften the face. Let there be that closure in the front of the throat, but don't harden in the front to make that happen. So this time coming down, relax your buttocks now, relax your hamstrings, and feel a widening in your pelvic floor and inner thighs up by the crease of the groin, and slowly release your buttocks down like an anchor without hardening your lower back. And again, take rest here. And breathe. So we'll do this one more time. And you can come down with either method that you prefer in this moment. So roll your shoulder blades more under again. So your upper arms come more under your body and your arms come closer to your buttocks. And you can adjust your feet and anything else. Notice that curve in your whole spine. Press into the inner feet. Pull the belly towards the spine as you exhale. Press into your feet as you inhale and come up. Feel the engagement of your hamstrings, the backs of the thighs, and the buttocks moving towards the backs of the knees as you press into the feet, hamstrings towards the sitting bones. So both those two things are moving towards each other, closing that sandwich at the buttocks. And the throat is soft, the neck is soft, the abdomen is not pushing up, but it's releasing, hollowing still towards the back body. And then when you're ready to come down, choose your way of coming down. So you can lay your spine down top to bottom, sinking your chest, or just release the buttocks and the inner thighs and widen the pelvic floor and lower your buttocks down. You can also do a little bit of a combo of those things if you like. And then let your hips roll forward into their neutral forward tilt. We'll do one more pose before we rest. Turn your palms down. Lift your shoulders up off the mat and roll them towards each other in the front of your body so your shoulder blades broaden in your back now. Roll your hips back to a pelvic tuck and press your lower back down. Exhale all the air out and then roll your head and shoulders up. Reach your hands towards your feet and look to your belly button. Nabhi Darshanam, gazing at the belly button. Be here and breathe. And just keep the hands on the mat. So the breath is constricted here, so you're breathing into your upper back and chest. Then abdominal crunch. Okay, and then as you inhale, slowly release your head and shoulders down. Turn your palms up and extend your legs one by one and rest in Shavasana, the corpse pose. So take this opportunity for a quick scan of your body and observe your breath. Observe the parts that are tight. Observe how maybe you feel different now. And don't think of that word quick, but more just like efficiently, like don't just space out, but actually take the opportunity to observe and see what's changed and so on, and spread the breath around, the prana, the awareness. They're all different subtleties or shades of the same thing. Okay, so all these poses are for developing awareness of and stability in the lower back, lower belly area, the big hinge of the body, the pelvis. So the next pose we do is called Pavana Muktasana. It's a variation of the wind relieving pose and also an abdominal crunch pose. So you're going to roll the inner thighs down again so the legs point up and bring the legs together. Bring your arms along your sides, palms down, and sink your waist down and bend your knees one by one. Keep your feet and knees together for this one. Roll your hips back so you have a strong pelvic tuck, meaning your lower back is pressing down, your tailbone and sitting bones roll up. You've rolled your hips back. Bring your right leg up, interlace your fingers, and hold your shin just below your knee. Flex your right foot. Now, keep your lower back pressing down, sitting bones, tailbone curling up. And let your right leg fall forward into your hands and then push it forward until your arms straighten. So you have this push with your leg and pull with your arms, and then find some neutrality with that. Press the lower back down. Feel how your left foot gets light, lift it up an inch or two, and then extend the left leg out on the mat. And extend the front of the leg and press the back of the leg and the inner leg down. Take a breath here. And then as you exhale, just relax the crease of your right groin, your buttocks, your whole leg, your whole thigh. You can even relax the foot, the calf, everything relax, and bend your elbows and just let your right knee fall into your abdomen and observe your lower back. So observe the top of your pelvis, your hip releasing away from your lower back towards your sitting bone at the bottom of the hip, and let your sitting bone curl up and travel along the back of the thigh towards the back of the knee as you compress the leg and draw the knee towards the chest. Now flex the right foot, point the left, and extend the front of the left leg and press the left leg down and roll your hips back strongly. Roll your shoulders up, sink your chest, and exhale. Curl your head and shoulders up, chin, nose, or forehead towards your inner knee. So your left leg is straight here, Callie, on the mat. Yeah. And keep your, so here, yeah, it's knee to chest. That's it, Sandra. Yep. It seems complicated. It's just a lot of words, and it's different than what you're used to. See if you can bring the knee in just a little bit towards the midline. Yep. Good. Okay. And then inhale, release the head and shoulders down to the mat. Exhale, let your right leg fall forward into your arms and then push it forward until your arms straighten. Roll your hips back, press your lower back down. Let your left foot get light and lift it an inch off the ground and then, or two, and then bend your left knee. Place the left foot flat on the mat and then the right foot next to the left, and we'll do the other side. Roll the hips back. Take the left knee, interlace the fingers below the knee at the shin. Flex the left foot. Let the left leg fall forward and then press it firmly into your arms until your arms pull away from you. Shoulders lift up a little, head falls back a little. That's fine. Press the lower back down. Feel how the right foot gets light. Lift it up an inch or two off the mat and then float the right leg out, extend it and lay it down on the mat. So you're extending the whole front of your right leg, including the ankle. Don't harden the sole of the foot, but press the right leg down. And then as you exhale, release your left leg. Let your arms relax. Don't pull your leg in, but just let your leg fall and the back of the neck will lengthen. Soften the crease of the groin, release the buttocks, deflate the leg, relax the foot for now. Keep the right leg a little active, rolling in and pressing down. So your left hip, the top of the hip, moves away from the lower back towards the bottom of the buttocks. The bottom of the buttocks, the sitting bone, curls up along the back of the thigh towards the back of the knee. Compress the leg and draw the knee up towards the chest. Then flex your left foot, point your right, press your right leg down, and roll your hips back. Sink your waist, let your shoulders roll up, and sink your chest, and exhale. Curl the head and shoulders up. Bring the head, nose, the chin, nose, or forehead towards the inner knee. And be here and breathe into your upper back and chest. And then you inhale, release your head and shoulders. Exhale, let your left leg fall forward. And then push it until your arms straighten and roll your hips back strongly. Press your lower back down. Feel how your right leg starts to get light. Lift it up an inch or two. Bend the right knee, place it flat, the foot, and then the left foot next to the right. And then extend the arms and legs and rest in Shavasana for a couple of long, slow breaths, observing your body, breath, and mind. So the last floor pose we do is called Supta Vajrasana in this tradition, and it comes from Tadagi Mudra, so we'll repeat that. So roll the inner thighs down, legs point up, bring the legs together. Extend the front of the legs and ankles, and press the thighs down at the roots, curl the tailbone up, lower back releases back towards the mat, pelvic tuck. Bring your arms along your sides, palms down, firm your arms and legs, elbows and knees. Exhale, sink your waist down, especially lower belly, but also the sides of the waist down. And then inhale, raise your arms up and over your head. Reach and lengthen, pull the ribs away from the hips away from the ribs. Let the back of the neck lengthen. Be here for a couple of breaths. Always lengthening the breath and coming back to that opening in the back of the throat so the breath comes in easy, like you're smelling something delicious. Now, as you exhale, sink the sides of the waist down, sink the lower belly towards the spine, firm the arms and the legs, bend one knee up off the mat towards the chest and then the other. Cross the feet at the ankles, keep the arms overhead. Flex your feet, hook the feet, and pull the knees apart so you create an isometric contraction in the pelvic floor. So it's engaging and pulling apart. Draw the knees towards the sides of the body so the sitting bones and tailbone curl up and the lower back above the top of the hips presses down. And also find your lower front ribs and sink those down a little so your lower back ribs also meet the mat. And then find the right amount of effort and ease here. And breathe. Let the neck be long in the back, the throat soft in the front, the eyes, jaw, face, everything soft. Firm the triceps. Change the cross and repeat. Sink the waist, sink the back ribs toward the floor. Now inhale, raise your strong arms up. Wrap your arms around the outsides of your knees, holding each knee with its own hand. Relax your feet, but keep your feet crossed. Pull your knees in towards your chest. Back of the neck long, front of the throat soft. Change the cross of your feet. And deflate your legs as you pull your knees in towards the sides of your body a little bit. And then coming up, you're going to flex your feet and hook your feet a little bit and lift your knees up about halfway, unbend your knees. Exhale, sink your chest and ribs down and curl your head and shoulders up. Look towards your belly button. And then you just tuck your feet and curl up to sit. Yep, good. Little momentum is good. So yeah, so I'm not just going here, I'm going here and then here. Always use momentum until you don't need it, okay? Yeah, look towards your belly button. Go, you got it. And if you need 3 rolls, you need 3 rolls. You don't have those muscles there. So you have to do what you have to do, right? Okay, so standing. That's another story. Okay. They would try to go to standing without using the arms, and this is a sign of longevity. Again, you can use momentum. You can roll back and forth several times if you need to. You can have your feet crossed one way, the other way, or no cross, right? And then you reach your arms forward and come up. Yeah. Momentum is good. All the way back if you need to. Yeah, there you go. Good. And when you're looking, look forward and reach your arms forward. So you can stop here, right? And then come up, right? You don't think I have to go all the way up. Think I have to go forward, maybe all the way forward until I fall flat on my face forward. Then up. It's a lot forward. Yes. Good. So that's a sign of longevity, your ability to do that. It's a good thing to practice. And why? Why is that important? Anybody know?
You fall down, you gotta get up.
No, because you can use your arms. You can use your arms, right? What part of your body are you using that we neglect so much? Right, the center of our body. It's the center of our body because we think only in our brain and hands. Everything we do is hand to brain, right? Brain to hand. So we do use our legs a little to walk and sit and stuff like that. But basically that's it. So most of the power in our body is in the center of our body, right? And so we want to move from the center out, right? From the center out, always from the center out, right? Always, whatever we're doing, okay? There's the power and also the tension. And it's a release of a lot of tension and power that you can use to move your body, okay? So that's why it's so dang important because we neglect it becomes a block of cement. And in here is so many important things, our heart, our lungs, our nervous system, blah, 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 everything, okay? So now we do the 5 directions of the spine, which also stimulate the lung channels so that we can breathe better, which is so important. Okay, so from your arms and legs, from your torso, soften your gaze, soften your skin and the connective tissue under your skin. And go deeper to your bones and firm your deep muscles to your bones as you soften the outer layer of your onion. Yeah, and soften your eyes and gaze. But keep alert, don't fall asleep, right? So imagine that you can see from the back of your head, the sides of your head, and then from the back of your heart, front of the heart, sides of the heart, and so on. So you can see everywhere. So the first one is Ardha Kati Chakrasana. Inhale, take your right arm forward and up. Exhale, give it a little bit more of a pelvic tuck, firm your arm. So be here and breathe. Remember, armpit in, top of the shoulder blade broad. Firm the tricep and the elbow, right? Now, when you raise your arm up, your collarbone, right, and your shoulder blade have to lift. So go ahead and let them lift a lot. Yes. Now find the inner edge of your shoulder blade and soften it down just a little bit. Don't pull it down, just soften. But firm at the elbow joint, firm at the wrist and fingers. Yeah, pull the left arm down. Give a strong pelvic tuck. Inhale, get a little more length on your right side, and exhale, just a little tilt to the left. Keep your arm and your ear more in line. Keep the lift of the chest, try not to turn down towards the ground. Breathe into your right side ribs, open that area. You can even push your ribs a little bit out to the side and up towards the ceiling. And then inhale, you come up, and exhale, you lower your arm and palm comes in. So when you're lengthening your right side ribs, your left side ribs are going to get short. And if you want to get more opening, they're going to get even shorter. That's the way the body works. It's a system of ropes and pulleys. When we want to open the front body, we have to release the muscles at the front and contract the muscles at the back. So this is going to get short and this is going to get long and vice versa. Okay. So we do the other side, firm arms, legs, soft gaze. Inhale, raise your left arm forward and up. Exhale, give more of a pelvic tuck. Remember, armpit in, shoulder blade broad, tricep firm. Everything lifts because you have a wing. Use your wing. If you don't use your wing, you're going to damage your shoulder for sure. What's your wing? Your shoulder blade and your collarbone. Okay, they have to move with you. Inner edge of the shoulder blade a little down. Pull the left arm down, firm the knees and thighs. Inhale, get a little more length, and then exhale, reach down with the right arm. Keep the lift of the chest. Breathe into the left side ribs. Bring your thumb in, bring all your fingers together. Extend all your fingers. Push your ribs a little out to the side and up towards the ceiling if you like a little more. And then inhale, you reach up. Exhale, you let your arm come out, turning the palm down. Good. And then it's Kati Chakrasana, firm arms, legs, and waist, soft eyes. Inhale, raise your arms straight up out to your sides. Be here and breathe. Shoulder blades down and firm on the back. Elbows up and firm at the elbow joints. And then you extend from the center of your chest to the thumb side of your arms and the center of your upper back to the pinky side of your arms. So you're really spread. Firm your thighs, give a little pelvic tuck, tailbone forward. Take a breath. And as you exhale, bring your right hand to your left collarbone, just underneath, so that part of your chest. Inhale, you turn and look back at your left hand and pull your left hip forward a little bit. And not to push your ribs out. Keep your ribs down towards your pubis. Yeah. And turn your head and look to your left hand and breathe under your right hand, under your right hand into your left chest. Feel the ribs moving as you breathe. Bring your left hip a little more forward, Sandra. Yeah. Now inhale, you open your right arm out to the side, and exhale, you bend your left arm under your right collarbone. And then inhale, you turn to your right and you pull your right hip a little forward. So you're not turning from your hips so much, you're turning more from your waist, but not to push your ribs out. Draw your ribs down and draw your right shoulder blade down. Turn your head. You shouldn't overturn so you can't see your hand. And breathe into your left hand, right chest. You can rest your elbow down, got your left elbow down and shoulder, if you like. You can relax. Yeah. Good. And then inhale, open your left arm out to the side as you come back to the center. And exhale, lower your arms down to your sides. Good. And then it's Ardha Chakrasana, half moon. So you bring your hands onto your hips. So the heels of the hands are on the tops of the hips, fingers down, thumbs can wrap around the front. Now firm your thighs a lot and take a strong pelvic tuck. And then you're going to push your hips forward over your toes. Lift the center and the sides of the body up. Squeeze the shoulder blades together over the spine and lift the shoulder blades and chest up. And you can take the head up and back or keep the head neutral if that's better for you. Breathe here. So you're getting length in the front of your body. Think of lifting and lengthening the front of the body rather than crunching your back. Breathe into your top chest. And then inhale, push your thighs back, lift your chest up, and exhale, lower your arms back to Samastitihi. Soft skin and connective tissue. Firm the muscles to the bones more deeply. Let the gaze come out of the back of the head. Drop down into the back of your heels from your buttocks. Okay, and then it's Urdhva Hastasana. So you interlace your fingers and turn your palms out. From your elbows, from your waist, from your knees. Look a little down and then inhale, take your arms forward and up over your head. Firm your triceps and armpits in, broaden the top edge of the shoulder blade. Squeeze the elbows in. Lift the arms and the ribs up off the waist. Looking at something that doesn't move on the floor, firm your waist and thighs. Shift your weight a little forward and lift your heels up maybe an inch off the ground and breathe here. Pull the front ribs a little towards the back ribs and try to breathe more into your back body. Try to keep the inner edges of the feet together. Now coming down, keep your gaze steady. Pull your front ribs a little towards the back ribs. So you do a little forward bend in the front body. Take the arms and then lower the heels and the arms at the same time. Good. Excuse me. Last one, Ardha Uttanasana. So extend your arms, half forward bend. Lift your upper arm bones, roll the shoulders back, squeeze the shoulder blades a little together over the spine and pull the fingers down, fingernails down. Firm the thighs and give a pelvic tuck. Inhale, lift the chest. Maintain the lift of the chest as you exhale. Feel that hollowing of your waist. Once again, inhale, lift the chest. As you exhale, stick your butt out. Push your buttocks back, chest chin forward. Keep your head up. Keep that firming of the shoulder blades onto the back over the spine. Shift your weight a little forward towards your toes. So you're getting a stretch in the hamstrings. You're engaging your back muscles. Breathe here. Just go as low as you can. Don't harden and go too low. Bring your arms a little higher up, Katie. Shoulder blades firmer on the back. Shoulder blades together. Yes. Good. And then inhale, you lift your torso, descend your buttocks, and bring your arms back to neutral and breathe here. 2 long breaths. Inhale for 5. Exhale for 7 if you can. Back of the throat is open like you're smelling something delicious. It's easy. Smooth breath. Okay, so then we'll do our sun salutations and we'll do 2 of each, okay? So they're easy peasy and we build upon them. So have space in front, a good couple of feet, okay? Maybe move your mat a little away from the wall, Callie. And Sandra, move your mat a little away from the wall. Okay, good. And then stand in Tamasthiti. So then firm elbows and knees, arms and legs, and firm lower waist and soft gaze. Inhale, raise your arms forward and up. Exhale, you take a swan dive, arms out to the side, you come to Ardha Uttanasana. Shoulder blades firm on the back, buttocks back, chest chin forward. Inhale, you bend your knees and you bring your hands flat, maybe a couple feet in front of you. Okay, so you come to a squat with your heels up. Exhale, you can lean your weight forward, step or jump, lightly hop really, into downward facing dog. And we hold this for 5 breaths. Spread your palms well. Firm your elbow joints, firm your triceps, squeeze them in a little towards each other, broadening the top edge of the shoulder blades a bit. Firm the kneecaps, lift the thighs up, and move the buttocks back. Release the head down, let the abdomen hollow, and breathe into the back body more. Widen the inner thighs and pelvic floor. Then coming forward, lift your heels, look between your hands, bend your elbows and knees, round your spine a little, and lightly hop or step back into that low squat with the heels up. Come to your fingertips. Bring your arms back, shoulder blades together, and exhale, unfold your legs back to Ardha Uttanasana. Good. Inhale, turn your palms and reach up. You can look up if that's comfortable with the head back, or just look straight ahead. Exhale, lower your arms. Okay. Good. Feet and legs together if you're able. Inhale, we'll repeat that, arms up. So you can stay shoulder width, right? Head gazing, or you can take your head back and lean back a little in your upper body, palms together if your arms are straight. Exhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Inhale, you lift your heels, hands down. You can just lean into your hands and exhale, lightly hop or step back into down dog for 5 breaths. 1, firm arms and legs, elbows and knees. 2, widen the pelvic floor, pull the hips back. 3, firm the elbow joints, wrap the triceps around. 4, release the head and hollow the abdomen. 5, lift your heels, shift your weight, look between your hands, bend your elbows and knees, round your spine, lightly hop or step. Yes, Katie, so light. Awesome. Come to your fingertips. And then take your arms back, chest chin forward, buttocks back. Exhale to Ardha Uttanasana. Inhale, you turn your palms, buttocks down, chest up. Head can go up or back, up and back, or straight. And then exhale and lower your arms. Good. Okay. So that's the first type. Now we do the second type. So now we're going to come to something called Low Utkatasana. Palms face back, firm waist, arms and legs. So keep your gaze steady on something that doesn't move, and you shift your weight a little forward, lift your heels about an inch as you take your arms up. Keep your heels up. As you exhale, you're going to bend your knees and sit on your heels. Then you draw your shoulders back, knees a little forward, so your shoulders are more over your hips. Then you bring your hands down, and you're going to step or jump back now to a high plank. Firm your arms and legs. Lift your shoulders up off your arms. And then exhale, you shift your weight a little forward and bend your elbows and lower yourself down. Good, all the way. Now, tuck your head, point your feet, breathe in and out in this pose of surrender. Means let go of what's in your head completely as best you can. Okay? Curl the toes under. Firm the knees and thighs up. Press the hips down a little and lift the head and shoulders up a little. From the elbows in, from the waist, from the thighs. Exhale, lift yourself up and back into down dog. 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3. Try to remember some points and do them. 4, 5. Now, shift your weight, look between your hands, bend elbows and knees, round the spine, little lightly hop or step into that squat. And then you come up, raise your arms. Knees come a little forward as the shoulders go back. So this is like floating yogi, low utkatasana. Then you just drop the heels a little, start to raise the arms, come up with the heels up. And then exhale, you lower your arms and your heels at the same time. So look at something on the floor that doesn't move. It does help. Don't look at me. Okay. Tea time. All that hopping. We'll do it after tea or coffee in the morning. I know. So we'll do that one again. Okay. Firm arms and legs, firm waist, soft eye. Inhale. So you can look down a little bit, right? And lift your heels and arms. Exhale, keep your heels up, sit down on your heels. Knees forward, shoulders back. And then take your hands down and step or jump, exhaling to high plank. Lift your shoulders up from your elbows, knees, and waist. Shift your weight a little forward and exhale. Lower yourself down. And then tuck your chin and breathe here. Surrender. Curl your toes under. Lift your thighs up. Press your hips down. Lift your head and shoulders up a bit. So your hands are more or less under your armpits. From your elbows in. From your waist up and exhale. Push up and back. Down dog. Firm arms, legs. Widen the pelvic floor as you take the inner groins back. Imagine someone's pulling your outer hips back. So your hips are coming away from your ribs to get more length in the skin area. Wrap the triceps around towards each other in the front. From the elbows. Release the head, hollow the waist. Coming forward, lift your heels, shift your weight, bend the joints a little. Round the spine up a little, lightly hop or step into that squat. Come to your fingertips and then lift your arms and knees a little forward, shoulders a little back. Try to squeeze the inner feet together. Drop the buttocks a little, look down. Start to raise the arms up and straighten up, keeping the heels up. And then exhale and lower. Heels and arms. Good, okay? We have one more type we will do. One more type, okay? So, arms at the sides. Inhale, you're gonna take your arms up. Now you can lean back a little bit in the upper body. Exhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Now, keep if you can go a little lower, do so. If you need to bend your knees or widen, you can do that. You're gonna lean a little forward and take your fingertips down into an extended back. There you go. Widen your feet a little, Sandra. Yeah, good. That's it. And work towards rooting your heels down. Yeah, bring your hands a little more back, maybe. There you go. Good. That's it. Okay, and then from here, you flap palms, lean a little forward, and step or jump back to that high plank. And remember, it's a hop from the feet. Lift your shoulders up off your arms, from your waist, thighs, and so on. Good. Now, exhale, just bend your knees. Excuse me. So your knees are a little apart. Keep your toes curled under and push your buttocks back to your heels. Keep your arms off the ground. Yep. Head could come down. Breathe. Inhale, you come up into hands and knees position. Back, okay. Knees are hip width apart. Now you bend your elbows, inner elbows come forward. Bend your elbows back. Move your chest and chin forward. You can stay hovering or lower all the way down, okay? Then you're gonna lower your hips down. You can glide your body forward or back. Press your hips down firmly. So press the tops of the feet down, firm the knees up like up dog. Roll the front thighs in a little and press the bottom of the pubic bone and the roots of the thighs down. Bring your hands a little bit back towards your ribs. Hands are light on the ground, but Sandra, look here, bring your hands more back. Yep. Now you press your hips down, extend your legs back, keep your feet on the ground and lift your chest up. Yeah, hands on the ground now. That's it. Now curl the toes under, firm the thighs, firm the waist, firm the legs, exhale, push back to down dog. Good, breathe. Now coming forward, you shift the weight, bend your elbows and knees, and this time you're gonna land standing upright, right? So you come up to your fingertips for that extended back, Uttanasana. Yes, good. Root your heels down, Sandra. Be in your heels more. Good. And then from here, you come up to Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale. Good. And then inhale, turn your palms, buttocks down. Reach up. You can lean back a little in your upper body. And then exhale and lower your arms. Good. Okay. Let's try that one more time, shall we? Okay. So firm arms, legs, torso, soft eyes, jaw, face, breathe. Skin is soft. Muscles deep to the bones are firm. Okay, lift the chest more, Layla. Yes, arms back and down. Pull your arms down strongly. Yes, there you go. Firm your waist. Yeah, no, don't push your thighs forward. Yes, that's a minute. Yeah, and when you do it, release your lower back at the same time. So you engage the waist and release the lower back. Yeah, good. Okay, now inhale, you take your arms up. You can take the head back if you like. Exhale, you take your swan dive, and then you come to extended back. So you bring your fingertips down. Yes, palms flat, stepper hop, high plank. Good. Now, you bend your knees, widen your knees a little. Keep the toes curled under and push back. You can release the head down, like Virasana forward, except the toes are curled under. Yes, good. Buttocks towards the heels. Push your buttocks back towards your heels. And down a little. Then you inhale, you come up. So you're on your hands and knees, right? And then your inner elbows face forward. You pull the elbows back, buttocks up, chest, chin forward. You can go all the way down or you can hover. And then you can glide forward or release your legs back. And hands are kind of, pull your hands back towards your bottom ribs. More back, Sandra, more back, more back. Yeah, you're not using your hands. Squeeze your elbows in. Now point your feet, press the tops of the feet down, lift the knees up, firm the thighs. Take your tailbone towards your pubis. Press the roots of the thighs down and the bottom of the pubis. Lift the top of the pubis up. Pressing into your hips, not your hands. Lift your chest up. Lift your chin up. Roll your shoulders back. Yes, Layla. Pull your hands back more, Layla. Yes. Now lift your chest higher by pressing your hips down further. Good. And their thighs are lifting, even though they're touching lightly the ground. Good. Now, go ahead, rest your head down for a moment. Rest your legs. Take a breath. Curl your toes under. Firm your thighs up. Press your hips down. Lift your head up. Squeeze your elbows in. Squeeze into your belly, into your back as you come up. Yeah. Good, Katie. Beautiful. Gel. Okay. Buttocks up. Head down. Waist hollow. Limbs are firm. Breathe into the back. Coming forward, you look between your hands, bend your limbs, elbows and knees, round your spine, lightly hop or step, come to the fingertips. Head up. So you're straight leg. Yeah. Bring your hands more back, Sandra. A little more back. Yeah, good. Head up, way up. Good. Then Ardha Uttanasana. Halfway up, arms back. Good. Chest forward. Yes. And then inhale, buttocks down, pubic up. Reach up. You can look straight ahead or back. And then exhale, lower your arms. Good. Okay. That one adds an element. Yeah. So we're moving towards a classical sun salutation, right? A combination of two classical sun salutations, actually, both Surya Namaskar A and Hatha Yoga classical style. Okay. So I'm moving here. We're going to do our standing poses. And it's 5 standing poses and no props, ideally. Okay. So that we're not holding them long, about 5 breaths. And we're working on balance and stability, strength, and using the legs and the waist a bit more. Okay. So feet together. Yeah, you can pull your mat a little this way or that so I can see you and you can see me. Stand in the middle of your mat in Samasthiti. And breathe. Lift your upper arm bones and just roll them back a little so you have that reverse C in the armpit chest. Yeah. Oh, beautiful. Good. Eyes soft, gaze broad from the back of the head. Okay, and then we step or jump the feet so that you're going to land, whether you step or jump, with your wrists over your ankles, more or less. Okay, feet parallel. Okay, so not too wide. Yeah. Exhale, take your hands to your hips. Firm your thighs, firm your legs. Check to see that the outer edges of the feet are parallel. Inhale, you lift your chest, squeeze the shoulder blades, elbows in a little. Exhale, stick your butt out, chest chin forward. Ardha Uttanasana. Now take your right hand to your left leg and then pull your right hip out to the side and back so your hips stay neutral. And then you can slide your hand down. You want to keep your torso in between your thighs and parallel to the ground. Roll your top shoulder up and back. Take your head back a little. Turn the head up. Maybe you take the top arm up. Maybe not. Twisted triangle. Good. Breathe. 1. Move your torso a little towards your left leg. 2. Yes. Right there. 3. Bring your hand more down towards your ankle. Yes. 4. Pull the right hip out to the side and back so that you stay neutral. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. 5. Exhale, top hand to hip, bottom hand to hip, firm the waist, firm the thighs. Inhale, come up. Okay. So that requires quite a bit of stability. Yeah. Okay. So your torso is extended, not down. It's not going to one side or other. It's straight in the middle, ideally, parallel to the ground. So you don't want to be too wide with your legs. Okay. Firm your legs, firm your waist, shoulder blades together. Exhale, buttocks back, chest chin forward. Left hand goes to the right leg. So you can travel down, right? Pull the left hip out to the side and back. Extend the torso forward so you come more towards the balls of the feet. Roll the top shoulder back, take the head back a little. Then maybe you take the top arm up. Breathe. 1. 2. Light up a little, Callie. 3. Yeah. Your torso's coming too much down. Yeah. 4. And then, so go higher. Yeah. You're wasting. Yeah. There you go. Good. 5. Okay. Exhale, top hand to hip, bottom hand to hip as you untwist. Untwist at the same time. Yeah. And inhale, come up. So, you can do that simultaneous or what have you, right? But that's how you get out. So if you're here, it's just first the top hand, then the bottom hand, right? It's just a little easier. Step or jump, feet together. Samasthiti. Okay. Couple of breaths. So you come back to that homeostasis. Okay. So then the next one is Utthita Trikonasana. Step or jump, wrists over ankles, not too wide. Okay. Exhale, take your hands to your hips. Bend and turn your right leg out. Angle your left foot in a little bit, heel to heel. So you have to let your left hip roll a little towards the right hip in order for this right leg to externally rotate. But keep your ribs a little bit more turned towards the sides of your mat. Try to straighten your leg without hyperextending. Press into the inner front foot, outer back foot. Take a breath. Now, as you exhale, you're going to lean towards your front leg. Push your hips towards your back leg. And go just as far as you can go. And then just drop your hand down. Curl your right sitting bone under, press it forward, lean your head and shoulders back, roll your ribs and chest and your left thigh up towards the ceiling. Yeah. And then take your top arm up and the occiput, the back of your head, bring it back towards the buttocks. breathe. Margie, bring your left arm more towards your ear, if you can. Yep, there you go. Firm your thigh, the top of your right thigh, and as you press into the inner foot, both things. Yes, so create stability there. Good, firm your waist. Exhale, bring your top hand to your hip, bring your bottom hand to your hip. Inhale, come up. So that way you're using your torso and legs, right? Turn your legs, right leg in a little, left leg out all the way, heel to heel. So you have to let your right hip roll in a little so that you can really externally rotate completely your left thigh at the crease of the groin. Turn your back foot just a little more in, Layla. Yep. And then you turn your ribs to face the side. And then exhaling, move your hips towards your back foot, orange wall. Move your torso towards the front foot, the rope wall. Go as low as you can do comfortably. Try to keep your knees straight but not locked. Inner front foot, outer back foot. Then you just drop the hand down. You hold the shin for this one. And then curl your left buttock under. Press it forward. Roll your head back. Let your right hip roll down a little as you press your left hip forward. And then as you come up, you roll your right hip a little back. Roll your torso. Head back. And then maybe you take your top arm up. Remember, the occiput in line with the sacrum. Breathe here. Look straight ahead or up or down. And firm your quadricep on the left leg as you press into the inner foot. So you're engaging the front of the thigh and the calf. Really good. Now coming out, you take your top hand to your hip, firm your waist and legs, bottom hand to your hip, and inhale, come up. Good. Turn your feet, toe heel, step or jump, Samastitihi. Good. Couple of breaths. We will do actually Utthita Parshvakonasana twice. Okay. So step or jump. This time, widen your feet about a foot so it's more fingertips over heels. Keep your arms extending from the center of your chest and upper back to the thumbs and pinkies. If you get tired, you can always lower your arms. Shoulder blades down, elbows up, waist firm. Bend and turn, right leg out, left foot in, heel to heel. Bend your right leg about parallel to the ground. Look to the right, reach out to the right as much as you can go. So you're just going to drop your right arm down so your fingertips don't even touch, left arm straight up. If you need more support, you can rest, but you're working on strengthening here. Good, breathe. Take your right buttock forward and lean your head back and torso back. Open your chest. Maybe you look up. Really good. Firm your legs, firm your waist. Use your arms, strong arms. Inhale, you come up. Straighten your leg. Turn your legs. Left leg out, right foot in, heel to heel. Bend your left leg. Left thigh about parallel. Look to the left. Get long on your left side ribs. Drop your left arm down, fingertips. Right arm up. If you need to rest your forearm on the thigh, you can do that. Curl your left sitting bone under. Press it forward as you lean back into your left leg. Good. Breathe. Press strongly into the outer back foot, inner front foot. Roll your bottom ribs up towards the top ribs, Katie. Turn more in your waist. Turn more up towards the ceiling. Left ribs roll around the front towards the right ribs. Right ribs roll towards the back. Okay. Good. Firm legs, firm waist. Inhale, reach up. Straighten. Turn your legs. Other side again. Bend the right leg. Extend to the right. This time, look to the right. Get long on the right. You're going to hold the ankle and take your arm on the inner leg. And then you turn your palm. When you turn your palm, your armpit also turns and your shoulder blade comes down away from your head. Yeah. So your armpit down towards your face. And then your bottom shoulder, you bring that forward, shoulder blade on the back. Yep. And then press strongly into the outer back foot and reach with the top arm. Yeah. Bring your armpit down and bring your shoulder. Yes. Yes. Like that. And then the bottom shoulder towards me. Shoulder blade, push your knee into your arm. Yeah. Reach and stretch. And then you take the arm up. Inhale, you come up and change. Okay. Turn your legs. Bend your left. Reach out. Get long. Hold the front of the ankle. Arm on the inside of the leg. Turn not just the palm, but your whole upper arm bone turns, armpit towards the face. And the shoulder blade, wrap it around to the front. You can even kind of dip down a little. And then you turn up towards the ceiling. Yep. Yes, that side's better, Margie. Sit down a little more. Yes. Reach into the outer back foot and reach through the top arm. Come on, reach with the arm. Feel that length all the way on that side. Good. Beautiful. Lower with the arm. Yes. Then bend your knee more. Come on, bend your knee. Yes. Good. And then you inhale and you come up. Straighten the leg. Turn. Toe heel. Step or jump. Samastitihi. Good. And breathe. Yeah, that's a little stronger. It is standing week. So we did 2 repetitions of that one. Okay. And we did a few more sun salutations, but I'm working towards that anyway, as much as we can. Okay. Let's see how we go. You'll give me feedback if it's how it feels for you. Okay. Pasarita Padottanasana, wide-legged forward bend, step or jump, just over ankles, maybe a little wider, hands to hips. The goal is not to get the head down. The goal is to keep your legs exactly the way they are. So don't adjust them to come up. You have to be able to hold it for 5 breaths and come up with this distance of your legs with no hands. Okay. That's the idea. You can bend your knees. That's no problem. Firm your legs, firm your waist, squeeze your elbows. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, again, is buttocks back, chest chin forward, Ardha Uttanasana. So you're engaging all those back muscles, right? Extending your upper back, fingertips down. If you can't touch, bend your knees. Widen your inner thighs and knees. So Katie, fingertips down, torso up. Yes, right? It's just like that sun salutation. Then from here, hips back and torso forward, same time. Same time, pull the hips back, torso forward. Now, some people, including Tali, you need to curl your buttocks down. Me too. More down, more down, more down, more down. So much down, you can't even believe it. That's how much. I know. And then you exhale and walk your hands back and take your head towards the floor, lifting the shoulders up. So you want to keep your elbows, wrists, shoulders in the same line. Breathe. Yeah. Yeah. See how you narrowed your feet. So go bring your heels in more, Callie. Yeah, that's about the distance right there. That's enough. Okay. Good. And Layla, you could go a little wider. There you go. Try that. Yes. Good adjustment. Good. So you press down from your elbows into your wrists. Press forward from your wrists into the base knuckles of your fingers, the second and third knuckles, not the tips. So scrub the hand a little out to keep the elbows in. Lift the shoulder blades up as you release the head down. Good. And relax your effort. Let it be peaceful. It's not a big deal. It really isn't. Let it be so peaceful that you could be here all day and it's really sort of nothing. Okay. Now, inhale, you raise your head up and come to your fingertips and exhale there. Strengthen your legs. Pull your waist in, buttocks down a little. Chest and head up. Head up, Katie, head up. Yeah, hands on the hips. Curl the tailbone under as you lift the pubic bone up and the tops of the hips up. Good. Toe heel, step or jump. Samastitihi. Very good. Okay. Uno mas. Parsvottanasana. Okay. Step or jump. Now you're going to turn. So you turn your right leg to the orange wall and left leg in deeply. So turn your back foot, step this way a little with your back foot. Yes. And turn the foot more. Yes. So turn your hips all the way. Yes. Revolved hip position. Parsvottanasana. Good. So your right leg is forward, left leg back. So draw the outer right knee to the outer right hip more, Susan. Yeah, good. That's it. Now the front leg bend a little. Go ahead, bend it. Press into the inner front foot with all your might. Now find the outer back foot and press there with all your might. Yes. Lift the kneecap and lift the ankle, the head of the shin bone up off the ankle. So the lower leg turns out as the thigh and buttock roll in, as in the upper arm out and the forearm in. It's a little less than in the arm, but it still does that. Turn your hips. Yes. Good. Firm your waist. Straighten your front leg by keeping that grip of the calf to push into the inner front foot. Lift the kneecap up. Don't hyperextend. Okay. But put the weight in the back leg, not the front leg. Inhale, you take your arms forward and up. Firm your hips and waist. If you can, you look up, palms together. Exhale, swan dive, Ardha Uttanasana. Okay, chest chin forward, head up. Yeah, outer right knee to outer right hip, shift and turn so you come a little bit more over your right leg. Hold your right wrist with your left hand. You can bend the front knee and push the weight back into the back leg. And then shift and turn and release your head down over your leg. And once you're down, you start to straighten by taking the outer right knee back to the outer right hip as you press into the inner right foot. Get the weight in the back leg. Breathe. You can keep your front knee bent the whole time if needed. Okay. Shift your abdomen over your thigh. Yes. That's a little bit. Yes. Inner front foot. Inner front foot. Yes. Head down. Forget the straight leg. Firm the outer hips. Yes. They have to. That's your proprioception a little bit. Yeah. Yes. Good. Don't overshoot the leg. Go more towards the middle of the leg. You're overshooting the leg a little. There you go. Head down. Yeah, okay. So the weight's coming forward, right? So all your weight is forward. So you have to push into this foot to get the weight to go back into that leg, right? And then you start to uncurl your torso, extend your arms. As you come up, you turn your palms and look up. Exhale, lower your arms, turn, and you'll go the other way. Yeah, okay? So remember, it's about stability. It's not about getting the deepest stretch you can, because you're forcing a stretch, it's going to come back on and haunt you. So don't do that, okay? Forget that idea. It's a bad idea. Stability is the best idea, and ease, okay? So back leg firm, front leg bend, right? Press into the inner front foot, outer back foot. Okay, so press that back leg back, push it out through your skin of the back leg. Yeah, and turn the hips around. Yep, yes, good. Outer left knee to outer left hip as you roll the buttocks around. Good. Now firm your waist and lift the head of the shin bone up off the top of that leg. Press back. It's about the back leg opening. This is for your back bends. Okay. Then inhale, you turn your palms, reach up, look up if you can. Exhale, you swan dive halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Halfway down, Ardha Uttanasana. Halfway. Yes. Yes. Good. Hold your left wrist with your right hand. Shift and turn your abdomen. Now, before you come down, push a little bit the weight back into your back leg, right? So it's a little bent still, but you're pushing back. And then you release your head down, and then you keep pushing back. Push the weight into the back leg as you unfold the front leg slowly over time. Release your head down. Good. Breathe. Yes. Good. Lift this hip up. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Up. Yes. There. Yes. Like that. You can bend the front knee any amount. Yes. Now they're even. Now they're even. Okay. Now coming out, press strongly to the inner front foot. Pull that outer knee back and put the weight back into that back leg. Stamp that back leg. Firm your waist and hips. Unfold your arms. Undo your arms. Turn your palms in. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower your arms. Turn your leg. Step or jump samastiti. Very good. Yes. Okay. Good. That's our torture session. No. Now we can sit down. But no, this is standing poses week, so we should do all the standing poses, right? But that means we have very little time for anything else, so apologies. But we did all these other things, so that's good. So we're going to come to sit, okay? So from sun salutation. Now, if you really pooped and you don't want to do that, you can just sit, okay? But it's a fairly easy transition. You have a little space in front. Inhale, you take your arms up. Actually, start again. Sorry. Keep your feet wide. Yeah. Okay. Inhale. Now exhale, do your swan dive. And then come all the way down. Bring your hands a little maybe forward of your feet. Soften your ankles and knees. Pull your waist in and up under your ribs. As you slowly open the backs of your legs, release the torso down. Let it be soft and breathe. Yeah, pull your hands back a little, Margie. Yeah, yeah. I mean, they can be a little forward, right? And you can be flat or fingertips, whatever works for you. But it's for stability. You're adding stability. You can widen your legs any amount. You can go wider, right? And soften. Don't harden. And then slowly, you can open up the backs of the legs. How do you do that? Don't push the knees back, but push the heels down, and then find your hamstrings that connect in the back of your knee below on your calf. So release that up towards the buttock. See if you can find release. And the sack releases down. Okay, and then you're gonna bring your hands forward, shift your weight, bend your knees a little, and step or hop into down dog. Firm your elbows and knees, pull your hips back, release your head down, hollow your waist. Then to come forward, you shift your weight, bend your elbows and knees, round your spine, and you're gonna jump to crossing your feet like you're gonna sit cross-legged. And you can go all the way through, right? Or you can use your fingers and sit down. So when you use your fingers, pull your hands back towards your hips, because here you need support here, right? To lower down. Yeah. Okay. So then you come to Dandasana. Roll the thighs in, broaden the backs of the thighs, the pelvic floor, firm the knees, extend the heels and the fronts of the feet a little bit. So don't overly pull your feet back, because then everything gets too short here, right? You want to keep a little bit of a point. Yeah. Sacrum in and up. Don't hang back. Yes. Bring your hands more forward, Layla. Yes. Press down and lift your armpit chest up. So when you lift your armpit chest, it actually makes your spine a little shorter, right? So your chest comes higher than your shoulders. Shoulders are back. Yes. It's like up dog. Yeah. Knees firm. Yes. Chest up. Yeah. Good. And Katie, point your feet just a little and don't pull your big toes back. Yeah. And then you and me. Yes. Back. Okay, good. Now we'll do Pravottanasana, right? To find the hamstrings. Walk your hands back 8 inches or so. Straighten your elbows. Squeeze your elbows in. Lift your chest up. Find your inner hooter girl. Shoulder blades on the back. Now, flex your feet strongly and look at your feet. And firm your leg muscles to your bones. Dig your heels down. Firm your buttocks. Squeeze it in. Firm your arms to your bones. Dig your heels down and lift your buttocks up, not your belly. Flex your feet more. Lift your buttocks and chest more. Good. If it's comfortable, you can take the head back, but don't worry about that. Buttocks up, Sandra. Buttocks up. Firm your thighs and buttocks. Good. Good buttocks, Katie. Okay, come down. So Katie, I'm going to recommend you don't take your head back because you were pointing your feet and your head was falling back. And so that's, sort of a classical way. But what you want to work on here is finding your hamstrings. Okay, let's do it one more time. Okay, fingers point in. Firm your elbows, lift your chest. Firm your waist. So don't, Katie, we haven't come up yet. Firm your waist. Yes. Now, see how your feet are pointing? Flex. Flex your feet any amount, like as much as you can possibly flex your feet. Yes, that much. Lift your chest. Now, firm and squeeze your legs, squeeze your butt. Feel your hamstrings and buttocks moving towards each other. And just look at your feet, Katie. Look at your feet. Lift your buttocks. Yes, more buttocks. Dig your heels down. Lift your buttocks. Yes, lift your chest. Buttocks. Good. And now come down. Okay. Yeah, that's hard. So it takes practice, okay, to find those muscles in the back of the body. They're very elusive, okay? Yeah, you don't want to be put, because if you're pushing, then this is overarching, right? So it wants to be strong, but not like this, right? So this has to stay together, okay? So take your big toes, firm your legs and arms. You can bend your knees if you need to. You can sit on support, whatever you need. You can use a belt if you prefer. Take your sacrum in and up and lift your chest as much as you can up till your arms straighten. Yes, press your knees down. Yes, push your feet a little forward, especially the inner feet. Lift your chest, draw your shoulder blades down, tuck your chin. And then as you exhale, just fall down. Like keep your legs firm, but release your torso. You can tuck your chin a little without dropping your head. Draw your shoulder blades broad and back away from your ears. Hollow your waist towards the back of your body. Fall down, keeping a little extension. Yes, Callie. Good. Breathe. Good, Margie. Beautiful. Good. Okay. And then you keep your legs firm and inhale, lift your torso up. Exhale there. Come all the way up. Shoulders down, chest up, waist in. Hold the outsides of your feet. Repeat. Inhale. And then keeping the legs firm, the hips come down a little, the sides of the waist release back, right? Shoulder blades on the back. Tuck the chin a little without dropping the head down. Just elongate the back of the neck and breathe. Yes, Margie. Good. Good. Sandra, take your chin towards your chest a little. More down, more down, more down. Yes. Good. Yes. You just moved your chest in to meet your chin. That's exactly right. Exactly right. Good. And then, slowly you work towards your opening the back of the legs a little bit. Good. Okay. And then inhale, you come up, and exhale, you release. Now we're going to lie down in Tadagi Mudra. So make sure you have enough room behind you to extend your arms overhead. So you take your arms shoulder width, palms down, firm your legs, press them down, extend the front of the feet a little, and then roll the hips back, sink the waist. At some point, you take your arms with you and go slow as you're able. And come all the way back to Tadagi Mudra. Firm the arms and legs, firm the waist, sink the waist all the way down, raise your right leg up. Flex the foot, point the left foot, press the root of the right thigh away from you. Exhale, lower the right leg down, pointing the foot. Flex the left foot, press the right leg down, inhale, raise the left leg up. Press the root of the left leg away from you. You'll feel the right thigh draw up a little. Try to sink your waist all the way down. Exhale, lower. Point the foot. Flex the right foot. Inhale, raise it up. Press the root of the thigh away from you so you keep your hips straight. Firm your kneecap. Sink your waist. Exhale, lower. Point the right foot. Flex the left. Inhale, raise the left leg up. Press the root of the thigh away from you. Organize the pelvis. Sink the waist. Exhale, lower. Inhale, raise the right leg up. Point and flex. Circle the ankle. Lift the leg up a little bit out of the hip socket, pointing the foot, and take it more towards the head side. And take your arms up and hold your leg. And press the root of the thigh away from you. So keep your hips square. Draw the left leg up a little. Maybe take the leg a little closer. Okay, firm both your legs. Firm your waist. Take your arms overhead. And exhale, lower your right leg down. Sink your waist. Point your right foot, flex your left. Inhale, raise the left leg up. Sink the waist. Point and flex. Circle the ankle a couple times. Point the leg, firm the knee, and sink the waist. Lift the left leg up towards the ceiling and towards the head side. And then reach your arms up and hold. A couple of breaths. You can circle again. You can draw the leg closer a little, but don't force. Firm both legs, firm the waist, arms overhead. Exhale, lower your left leg down. Now sink your waist and sink your lower back ribs. And raise both legs up if you can, keeping your back down, or one leg at a time. Good. Firm your knees. Now inhale, you're going to raise your arms up, lift your head and shoulders up, sink your waist, reach your arms forward, keep your arms off the ground about an inch. Tadagi Mudra. Yep. Okay. Now if it's too much, bring your hands under your buttocks and try to keep your legs up that way. And those of you, so you can stay like that, Sandra, tuck your chin, bring your hands more forward maybe. And then now head down, head down. Keep your head down. Yeah. Now just straighten one leg at a time. Yeah, like that. Okay, so you can stay like that, Sandra. Those of you who would like, you bring your fingertips down, push your hips up, and you go to Sarvangasana, shoulder stand. You might need a little momentum. Yeah, good. And you'll be there for a few breaths. Don't make it soft, not hard. Okay? Yeah. So press this down, any amount. This in back of the neck long. Yeah. Shoulders down. Good. Good. Now bend one knee. Keep the knees in line and straighten this leg. Straighten this leg. Yes. Okay. Change. Change leg. Lift your head up. Lift your head up and down. Okay. Hug your knees in and work on that. Okay. Good. Now, those of you who are in shoulder stand, you're going to transition to plow. Okay. So start to lower your feet down, move your buttocks back. Keep your hands on your back unless your feet touch the ground. The way to get them to touch is slowly move the buttocks towards your face again until the feet touch. Then you can bring your arms down. You can interlace your fingers or just have your palms flat. And if not, just keep your hands on your back. Yeah, you can use the wall. Excellent, Susan. Yes. Good. Yep. Okay. And then when you go to come down, you're going to come back to Tadagi Mudra. So bring your hands flat and go slow. Pull your hips back. And as you come up, lift your shoulders off the ground. Roll your shoulders towards each other. Sink your chest, curl your head in. And come back with your arms down now. Tadagi Mudra. Good. Now inhale, take your head and shoulders down. And if you can, take your arms overhead. If not, keep the arms down along your side. Sink your waist. Firm your legs. Tuck your chin and slowly lower your legs down, extending the front of your legs. Keep rolling your hips back, tailbone forward. As you come down, keep your pelvis neutral as best you can. And then inhale, raise your arms up, and exhale, lower your arms down to your sides and rest in Shavasana for a few breaths. Very good. So, it's already 10:55. So what we're going to do is just end now with we'll do 2 twists, okay? Reclining twists, and then we'll relax, okay? And then we can maybe do a little happy baby too. So just keep your arms at your shoulder height, but a little lower, about an inch lower. So you're not lifting your shoulders up, and bend your knees up one by one. Bring your feet on the mat and about mat width distance apart. Okay, so it's a windshield wiper. The first one is gentle, then medium, then you can release all the way down. Don't release all the way down until the last one. We're going to repeat it 3 times on the same side. Okay, so let your legs release over to your right, dipping your left leg more in towards the midline. Keep your left shoulder down. And then inhale, raise your legs up, open your left leg out to the side, roll your hips a little back and forth. And then again, repeating legs to the right. Let your left leg dip more into the midline and reach your left knee a little bit towards the front of your mat. So your left hip comes off the ground more and you lengthen the front of the left leg. And then inhale, you come up, rolling all the way back. Take your knee out to the side. You can roll a little side to side to even out your pelvis. And then the last time, legs to the right. Let the left leg dip in more and reach more towards the front of the mat with the left leg so that hip really lifts up, and then release the inner right leg all the way down. And just be here and rest. Don't force the left knee down. Let your head turn to the left and draw the left shoulder blade a little down the back so that you can release your head a little more to the left. A couple of breaths. And then inhaling, raise your legs up and then your head. Okay, adjust anything, arms, legs, torso. And then take your legs to the left. Let your right leg dip more into the midline, right? So you're turning that right leg in as much as you can do comfortably. And then inhale, turn the right leg out and roll back. And you can roll a little bit on your hips, adjust. And again, exhale, knees to the left. Let your right leg dip in more and reach the right knee a little bit towards the front of the mat, towards your left leg, so that your right hip comes up more. And then inhale and roll back, pulling the right knee out to the side. So you roll back and forth. Last time, exhale, knees to the left. Let the right leg turn in and dip in and reach the knee towards the front of your mat and towards the left corner of the front of the mat. And then release the inner left leg and come all the way and release. Don't force the right knee forward or down. Just relax. Let your head release to the right. Draw the right shoulder blade a little more down the back so you can release your head more. Be here and breathe. Inhale, raise the legs up, bring the head back. And now bring your feet all the way together for Garudasana twist. Bring your feet, so your knees are bent very loosely. So your feet are quite far from your buttocks. Lift your left leg up, dip your right leg into the midline, cross your left leg way over, high at the thigh, and then bend the knee and squeeze the legs together. Walk your right foot a little more away and see if you can tuck your left foot behind your right ankle or calf. If not, just cross the legs, that's fine. Take a breath, and as you exhale, you bring your knees over to the right, keeping your left shoulder down. So again, it's light. Inhale, you roll back to the flat of your back and the sole of your foot. Exhale, knees to the right, coming to the outside edge of your right foot and hip. Left shoulder stays down. Maybe you go a little deeper, maybe not. Inhale, you roll back to the flat of your back and the sole of your foot. Last time we hold it. Exhale, knees to the right, outer edge of the right foot and hip. Keep the left shoulder down. Turn your head to the left. You can draw the left shoulder blade a little more down and be here for a couple of breaths. Your knees won't touch the ground, most likely. Inhale, raise your legs up, sink your waist down. You're on the flat of the back, sole of the foot. Uncross your legs. You can adjust your arms, legs, hips, and then feet a little further away. Raise your right leg up, dip your left leg into the midline, cross high at the thigh, then squeeze the legs together, walk the left foot away, see if you can tuck your right foot behind your left ankle or calf. If not, just cross. As you exhale, knees go to the left now, just a little bit, keeping the right shoulder down. Inhale, lift your legs up, roll back to the flat of the back, sole of the foot. Exhale, knees to the left, outside edge of the left foot and hip. Right shoulder stays down. Maybe you go a little deeper, maybe not. Inhale, sink the waist as you lift the legs back up to the flat of the back, sole of the foot. And then this last time we hold it for a couple of breaths. Exhale, knees to the left, outer left foot and hip. Right shoulder stays down. Turn your head to the right, maybe bring the right shoulder blade a little down. Be here and breathe. Knees don't touch. Keep the right shoulder down. Inhale, you sink the waist, raise the knees up, roll back to the flat of the back, sole of the foot, uncross the legs. Walk the knees in a little, adjust the pelvis, Take your knees up, hold the front of your shins, draw the knees to the outside edges of your body, raise your feet up a little, bring your arms in between your legs, hold the outsides of the feet for happy baby. Widen your inner thighs and knees. And then if you like, you can go ahead and extend your legs out to the side also. Go into like Upavishta, wide. And then you can come back to happy baby. Maybe you want to bring your soles of the feet together in Baddha Konasana and draw the feet up towards the chest a little bit. And then release and hug your knees in towards your chest. Knees together. Rock a little side to side. You can walk your hips a little down and then sink your waist and lower your legs one by one, arms out to the side, and we come into Shavasana, the corpse pose, for a final relaxation. So you can use any support you like or no support. You can use blankets, anything, or nothing. When you come into anatomical neutral, Shavasana, take a few moments and observe how your back body meets the floor, and soften the skin and the connective tissue under the skin. And then the connective tissue that wraps around all of your muscles and tendons and ligaments within the muscles, around the bones, around the joint cavities. Soften. Front, back, sides, inner, outer. Spread. Create space. Bring your awareness into your ankle joints. Feel the space in your ankle joints and create a little more space there with your intention, with your breath, with the direction of the flow of your breath and energy, prana, by your mind, all the same substance. Bring your awareness into your knees. Create more space in the knee joints. And then into the pelvis, the big hinge of the body, the big joint, more complicated, right? The pelvic floor, the outer hips, right and left, the tailbone, the sacrum, the lower back, the pubic bone, the iliacus bones, those are the big hip bones, and the lower belly. Fluid. So the legs and the pelvic floor and the feet are the earth element, and the pelvic bowl is water element. So creating space, that's the ether element, space. It's like a very elusive element. From tail to head, create more space between all the vertebrae in your spinal column. And also the 37 joints in the rib cage, where the ribs attach to the spine and to the sternum, to the collarbones, the shoulder blades, and all the joints within the ribs. They should be highly flexible and movable for the breath to move in and out of the body. Right? And then at the base of the neck, atlas and axis, at the base of the skull, rather, create more space. And the shoulder joints, right shoulder blade, and the collarbone, the armpits, tops of the shoulders, right and left. Elbow joints, wrist joints, and the hands and the feet and the toes and the fingers. Space. So the belly is fire, the chest is air, the throat is ether, space element. Create space in the throat and the neck and the jaw and the tongue and the teeth. Let the ears descend towards the back of the head. Soften the skin of the face as though you're breathing at the level of the skin of the face. Let the front of the brain release towards the back of the brain, and the back of the brain release towards the back of the head. And let the eyes sink down also and settle in the heart space. As though you had a very large eye in your forehead. Allow your eyelid to softly close and relax your mind. Third eye center no element. It's associated with the sixth sense, which is the mind, which is ideally an even flow of intuition and intelligence, wisdom, intellect. Top of the head, Sahasrara Chakra, thousand-petaled lotus opening to universal energy, that we are all that. Don't move, but do begin to spread your awareness, your prana, and your breath, all one continuum, throughout your whole body, into your bones, flesh, skin, organs, nervous system, brain, lymph, and blood, energy, emotion, thought, all one continuum. When you feel ready, let the breath begin to deepen, and maybe you want to wiggle your fingers and toes, roll your wrists and ankles to wake up the extremities, and then bend the elbows one by one, rest the hands on the upper belly area, and observe the abdominal breath for a moment, the diaphragm always moving, always breathing for us, like the heart is always pumping. And then when you're ready, bend your legs up one by one. Let your lower back release. Let your lower belly release towards your lower back. Bring your hands to your lower belly for a moment. Feel that hollowing there and connection of the front to the back body. When you're ready, you roll over to one side. You can rest your head on the upper arm. Bring the other arm across and rest that hand on the ground. You can extend that arm so it's straight if you like, the bottom arm, whatever's more comfortable. Draw the knees a little up towards the chest so the back is round and soft. And so you're rolling a little towards the floor. And then when you're ready to come up, you roll towards the floor. And you press down with your arms, let your head hang, pull your waist in, and curl yourself up to sitting. And then we have a closing chant, which we'll do all together. You can find your comfortable seat. And the closing chant we do is Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu. May all beings in all the realms be healthy, happy, and free from suffering. And we'll do Shanti at the end. If you like, you can take a mudra. Breathe in and out. Inhale deeply for Om. Om. Lokaha samastaha sukhino bhavantu. Lokaha samastaha Sukhino bhavantu loka samastaha sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Once again, lift your heart and bow your head from the base of your neck. Release your chin towards your chest. Release your hands towards your thighs. Pause for a moment, surrendering. Once again, the head to the heart. With your eyes closed, curl up the back of the neck and level the ears over the shoulders, shoulders over the hips. Get the eyes and gaze to the horizon and then move to the back of the head and drop down to the heart, the back of the heart, and to the seat. Stay rooted in your seat and open your heart in all directions as far as you can, like a diamond shining brilliantly, reflecting everything, everywhere, all the time. And then let your eyelids gently go open. Namaste. Thank you.